pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
What the is going on, dude? This is insane. They're just trying to scare people, and but why shoot people?
They stopped in the middle of the road and reversed on 62. They tried to ram our car. They broke my window. They yanked me out by my neck. They threw me to the ground. They stomped on me.
They detain people, cuff them, and then still beat the shit out of them. They tell you it's immigrants, only immigrants. It's f***ing anybody. I have friends that got detained, and all they were doing was driving home from work.
They were calling me a bunch of derogatory names, calling me it. They tried to break my ankle. When he turned my ankle all the way around, I screamed, and he said, "Yeah, I bet you like that, don't you?"
I said, "I am not afraid," and they pointed a gun in my face. ICE put handcuffs on my hands and put me in a black SUV.
I gotta work in the goddamn morning, just like everybody else. I'm just here trying to stand up for community, dude. We're all human beings here. I don't give a who you are, where you came from, what color you are. It doesn't matter.
A few moments later, they came back and they said, "Are you afraid yet?" And I said, "No." And then they said it. "You're white. You wouldn't be fun." These ICE raids are really about fear and intimidation.
Get out of the car. Get out of the car.
There's a part of me that feels very, very sad for this woman, not just because she lost her life, but because I think she is a victim of left-wing ideology.
He did not hate his opponents. He wanted the best for them. That's where I disagreed with Charlie. I hate my opponent, and I don't want the best for them. I'm sorry.
He ever socialized with Donald Trump in the presence of females under the age of 18?
Though I'd like to answer that question, at least today, I'm going to have to assert my 5th, 6th, and 14th Amendment right, sir.
If you were president, you can answer yes or no to this. Yeah. Would you declassify the Epstein files?
Yeah, I would.
All right.
I guess I would.
Now to the White House.
This is a Democrat hoax that never ends. From what I understand, thousands of pages of documents have been given. They're trying to get people to talk about something that's totally irrelevant to the success that we've had as a nation since I've been president.
Facing mounting pressure from his own party to release the Jeffrey Epstein files, this morning President Trump reversing course. The president writing on social media, House Republicans should vote to release the Epstein files because we have nothing to hide.
According to this document, an unnamed individual alleges that Donald Trump raped her alongside Jeffrey Epstein.
This is the letter that Epstein allegedly wrote. It says, J. Epstein, Manhattan Correctional. He was writing to Larry Nassar at the hope they'd reach their full potential. Gross. But then Donald Trump comes in. Our president shares our love of young, nubile girls. When a young beauty walked by, he loved to grab, snatch, whereas we ended up snatching grub in the mess halls of the system. Life is unfair.
Frankly, I know you're going to say it's a terrible thing to say, but it couldn't have happened. She would not have been the chosen one. She fainted with great emotion. She actually indicated that she loved it. In fact, I think she said it was sexy, didn't she? It was very sexy to be raped.
I don't think Ivanka would do that inside the magazine, although she does have a very nice figure. I've said that if Ivanka weren't my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her.
I also say, as the owner of the pageant, it's your obligation to do that. I'm allowed to go in because I'm the owner of the pageant, and therefore I'm inspecting it. You know, I'm inspecting. I want to make sure that
like
everything is good.
You're there.
Yeah, the dress. Is everyone okay? You know, they're standing there with no clothes. Is everybody okay? And you see these incredible looking women.
I think we often confuse racism with pattern recognition. And I know this sounds bad.
So you're comparing abortion to the Holocaust?
Absolutely, I am. In fact, it's worse. It's worse.
So my son Xavier is dead. Killed by the woke mind virus.
This may be a lot of things, this moment we're living through, but it is definitely not about Black lives. And remember that when they come for you, and at this rate they will.
Would you say that me having sex with my dog is the same thing as me having sex with a black man?
No.
But they would both be degenerate.
If you want to be a man, you need to go through some real shit, and you have to go through some trauma and use it, internalize it, and that's what turns you into a man.
Banning gay marriage is back on the menu. Banning sodomy is back on the menu. Banning contraceptives is back on the menu.
Jared Taylor is the most important white nationalist operating right now. He runs a group called American Renaissance, holds annual conferences to talk about why white people are superior to black people and brown people.
It was the time Tucker Carlson called Iraqis semi-literate primitive monkeys. Candace Owens made a documentary called The Greatest Lie Ever Sold, George Floyd. But here's the thing, maybe not everyone knows this history. They see a clip of them bashing AIPAC and they think, yeah, and we agree.
All these different examples, but one of the most recent famous ones is the PayPal Mafia, which is there's this great visual, basically shows there's 12 or 15 of them. All of these guys worked together somehow early on at PayPal.
We've made it 1 year penalty for inciting riots. We took the freedom of speech away.
President Trump's big, beautiful bill. Roughly $700 billion in Medicaid cuts are used to try and finance part of this bill. Another $267 billion in SNAP cuts, that's included as well.
We've run over 1,000 simulations. It can cost around $3 a meal for a piece of chicken, a piece of broccoli, corn tortilla, and one other thing.
And early today, at my direction, the United States Armed Forces conducted an extraordinary military operation in the capital of Venezuela. This was one of the most stunning, effective and powerful displays of American military might and competence. San Francisco, Chicago, New York, Los Angeles. That's a war too. It's a war from within. We should use some of these dangerous cities as training grounds for our military.
And this case came up as a result of multiple challenges to his effort to limit birthright citizenship. Here it appears that the justices are agreeing with Trump and limiting this power that judges have to block a policy.
I haven't really thought about it. We have some very good people, as you know. I mean, I just solved 8 wars and a 9th is coming.
The Women's Health Initiative announced that the Trump administration is cutting its funding. Its regional research centers will close in September. The main research center's future also remains uncertain after January of next year.
Saturday, in what has been described as one of the largest single-day demonstrations in U.S. history. Some 2,700 No Kings rallies in cities from coast to coast, according to organizers. Trump responding via social media, posting an AI-generated video depicting a crowned Trump flying a King Trump jet, and sharing another video, first posted by Vice President J.D. Vance, showing Trump placing a crown on his head.
Right now, we are going to do something on Greenland, whether they like it or not.
With just a very, very small portion of that land, just a fraction, we'll actually build new cities in our country again. These freedom cities will reopen the frontier.
Are we close to seeing Mr. Kim here at the White House?
Could happen. I mean,
they talked about that yesterday.
I think it's something that could happen. Yeah. Hey, he's the head of a country, and I mean, he's the strong head. Don't let anyone think anything different. Right. He speaks and his people sit up at attention. I want my people to do the same. I want my people to do the same. I want my people to do the same.
You think AI is at a productivity boom right now? Wait until the U.S. military gets involved. The U.S. government is all in on the AI race against China. It's going to change everything in the economy, everything in the defense sector. It's going to change how wars are fought. Who is going to be the beneficiary? Whoever is friends with the President of the United States after the next election. So if J.D. Vance gets in, it's going to be Palantir, Peter Thiel, Alex Karp. It's going to be Anduril, Palmer Luckey. It's going to be OpenAI, Sam Altman. It's going to be Grok, Elon Musk, Tesla with their robots. That's the end goal. So they use Trump as a Trojan horse. They let J.D. Vance draft behind him. And then once Trump is discarded as a lame duck, they'll anoint Vance. Then he's going to pour all these trillions of dollars in value towards their companies, and they will become the new oligarchs of America. That's the end game.